Today's Bears postgame show is presented by Rex MD. If you're struggling to get into drive in the bedroom, you know what I'm saying, need a little boost, Rex MD's got you covered. You can buy generic brands and brands like Viagra and Cialis as well. All online. Go to rexmd.com/chat. That is rexmd.com/chat, the #1 leader in men's telehealth. We'll tell you a little bit more about them later on in the show. All right, I am Harrison Graham. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now, and the Bears lose again, and they lose again to the Packers as Aaron Rodgers just salutes to Soldier Field. What a jackass he is. Packers 28, Bears 19, and this game was there to be won. It really was. This game was there to be won. Justin Fields, for the majority of it, outplayed Rodgers, but 2 fourth-quarter interceptions, especially the first one, proved costly. A Cairo Santos missed extra point and blocked field goal, extremely costly because the Packers had kind of a garbage-time touchdown to put it away. Frustrating. Rodgers, 18 of 31, 182 and a touch. Didn't do anything crazy. Big game for Christian Watson, 2 total touchdowns. But all in all, I mean, you should have won. You probably should have won this game. The Bears were up 16-3 at one point. Got outscored 25-3. Bizarre sequence at the end of the first half by Matt Eberflus. I'll explain that in a little bit. Luke Getsy coaching soft on multiple occasions. We'll talk about that. Really frustrating. You can blame a lot of people for the loss. Who do you blame for the loss? You know who you can't really blame is the defense. I know the Packers ended up with 28 points, but if you watch this game, the defense actually played pretty solid for the most part. Other than Christian Watson on that end around getting loose to ice the game, the defense, they played well. They played pretty well. So I'm going to blame coaching. You know, the first Fields pick, I think St. Brown deserves blame there. The second one, you're down 9 with under a minute left. He forced it a little bit. I'm going to blame the coaching staff. Let me know who you would blame for this loss. You look at the Bears' offense in this one. I mean, 409 yards. You got to get more than 19 points there. 254 passing. Really good passing day for Fields. I know he threw those 2 late picks, but I thought he threw the ball really well. Multiple vertical shots completed. Really good stuff, I thought. 155 rushing, 6 of 11 on third down. 5 penalties, 63 yards, including a couple brutal defensive ones that led to a Packers touchdown. So, I mean, you played well enough to win this game. You really did. If you just cut out a couple minor things. Justin Fields on the day, 20 of 25, 254, rushed for 71, I think 73 in the first half. So his legs weren't really a factor in the second half. I didn't think they'd run him as much. Did have a 56-yard touchdown run. That was electric. With that touchdown, did throw the 2 picks. First one, I thought St. Brown could have come back to the ball a little better. He didn't really do that, and Jair Alexander broke on it and picked it off. If St. Brown drives to the football, I think it's incomplete at worst, but he didn't. Second one, you're down 9 with under a minute, trying to force one, make something happen. Kind of got baited into one, but hopefully one he can learn from. But tough, because I thought this was his best game of the year in terms of just throwing the football. Really accurate. Threw the ball at velocity. I thought he looked fresh after a week off dealing with that left shoulder injury. So, yeah, the late picks suck. You want to win some of these close games at some point, but I thought some growth from the quarterback throwing the ball. LaShawn McCoy, if you think he can't throw still, you are a fraud. David Montgomery thought he ran hard. 14 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown, 4.4 average. Dragged a couple defenders into the end zone. You know, I thought the Bears would be able to run it a little better, to be honest. I know they ran for 155, but Green Bay gave up 363 rushing last week to Philadelphia. Bears weren't even able to get half of that. 155 is still a good number, but I thought this could have been a 200-yard rushing day, and that proved to not be the case. Darrington Evans had a nice run as well as he compiled up decent yardage in this one, but not enough. All 21 of his rushing yards on 1 carry, by the way, so there you go for Darrington Evans. Grade the Bears' performance against the Packers, A, B, C, D, or F. How about T for tank? The conspiracy theorists are out there, but I'd say you know, at the end it's a D. Didn't do enough. How about that? D overall. Not good enough to win this game today. Too many critical mistakes. But let me know. Grade the Bears' performance against the Packers. Now, Today's show is sponsored by RexMD. And fellas, sometimes do you lack confidence in the bedroom? We've all had those nights where we get too nervous, maybe had a little bit too much to drink. Nothing worse than not being able to put the stick shift in drive when you need it the most, but have no fear. RexMD is here spreading cheer even when you have too many beers. RexMD is FDA approved and the most trusted leader in men's telehealth. They have sponsored today's episode of Bears Now to help you always be prepared. RexMD has made it simple, easy, and cost-effective to help all the men out there last longer and feel more confident in the bedroom. RexMD makes getting generic and branded Viagra or Cialis easy. Everything's online, even the prescription, and they deliver it straight to your doorstep. No waiting rooms, no embarrassing trips to the doctor, and no insurance or co-pays. Best deal they've ever had is going on right now, 90% off when you go to RexMD.com/chat. That is RexMD.com/chat. Only $2 per dosage. So, hey, you know, it's going to happen to all of us. Erectile dysfunction's a thing. Boom! Going to be into four-wheel drive with RexMD. So take advantage. RexMD.com/chat. That link is in the comments and the description of this video. Pay only $2 per dosage and get frisky in the bedroom. All right. Talk a little bit more about this one. Equanimeous St. Brown got loose for a deep ball. That was nice to see. 3 catches for 85 yards. All in the first half, by the way. Didn't do anything in the second half, but was solid overall. That 4th target, by the way, was the one I didn't come back to the football. I got picked off. I think a good receiver drives back on the ball there, and at worst, it's incomplete. Cole Kmet continues to take strides, man. 6 catches on 7 targets, 72 yards. That's a solid showing from him as he continues to become, I think, one of the better tight ends in the NFL, quite frankly. Saw a little bit of Chase Claypool. Did have a bad fumble. Tweaked his knee, but came back into the game. 5 catches, 28 yards, 1 fumble. No deep shots to him. I mean, you wonder if that's coming, but he's at least getting more involved, getting more targets. So that is a positive as well for this offense. With Darnell Mooney out for the year, I want to see more and more and more of Claypool. I also want to shout out N'Keal Harry. Had a deep catch for about 40 or 50 yards on a play where Justin Fields spun out and launched one downfield and was able to hit N'Keal Harry, and it was a 49-yard catch. So that was nice to see as well. Not really sure why he's been inactive for as long as he has. Look at the defense now. Packers racked up 357. Not bad for this group, honestly. Held Aaron Rodgers to under 200 yards passing. Gave up 175 rushing, but that's a tough backfield with Dillon and Jones. 6 of 13 on 3rd down. But the lack of a pass rush continues to be a problem. Can't get home, so that was problematic once again. Christian Watson, guy's a touchdown machine. I might have been wrong about him. In fact, I probably was wrong. He's got, 8 total touchdowns the last 4 weeks. Had a receiving touchdown at the end of the first half, which I want to talk about that sequence in a second. End around for a touchdown to ice the game. The end of the first half was weird. So the Bears made a play to force a 4th and 4 with 24 seconds left, I believe, and the clock was winding. Matt Eberflus took a timeout. I think the Packers were going to run that down and kick a field goal. Instead, the Packers went for it on 4th and 4, and Aaron Rodgers threw a touchdown to Christian Watson. That's a huge difference in the game, man. You lost by 9. Instead, you'd be down 5 late in the game if they had opted to kick the field goal. Now, we don't know for sure what they were going to do, but I think during that timeout, the Packers talked it over, and they said, let's just go for it, and they got a touchdown. I don't really understand that timeout. With 24 seconds left, are you expecting to get the ball back and go score? And, oh, by the way, you ran the kickoff back to the 37. Your own 37 still had 9 seconds left right there. And you took a knee. Why not throw a 10, 15-yard play and then throw a Hail Mary? Just give up? You took the timeout for a reason. I don't get that coaching. I also don't get the coaching of Luke Getsy on a couple of occasions. 2 occasions I want to point to. 3rd and 5 when you have a 19-17 lead after the Packers have responded to cut it to 2. And 3rd and 5, he runs it up the middle for a yard. So I'm thinking, okay, they'll probably go for it on 4th down. Nope, they kicked the field goal. So that's a combination of Getsy and Flus, and Fields was rolling at that point. And guess what? The field goal got blocked. So that's a problem. And then also, you had 1st and goal at the 9, and you run Wildcat. A holding call comes up, so then it's 1st and goal at the 19. So you're thinking, okay, Fields has been throwing it good. He can get you back into the 10, and hopefully you can take a shot at the end zone. 2 straight running plays for -2. 3rd and goal at the 22. Fields completes a 12-yard pass to the 10. You have to kick a field goal. What is that sequence? I just don't get the coaching from Flus and Getsy today. I thought they blew it, to be honest. I got really no complaint with Alan Williams for the first time all year. I thought he did fine. I thought the defense did what they could, but I don't get it. I don't get it. Very conservative, very soft. Your quarterback was humming today throwing the football. Disappointing. Cairo Santos, disappointing as well. Missed an extra point, had a field goal blocked, so that one may not be completely on him, but he kicks a low ball, so that could have led to the block. If he makes just the extra point, the Packers don't go for 2, and it's 27-20. You get the ball back with 2 minutes left. If he makes the field goal, you really have a chance, but just not good. Coaching, I have questions about. Obviously, the personnel is not great. The Fields 2 picks thing isn't great late either, but I thought overall he played pretty well. The good news is you're still going to be in the number 2 pick of the draft at this point. So it was a tank win, and you got some good tank wins too. Steelers won. That picks up their 5th win of the year. The Jags lost, so they're still sitting at 4 wins. The Ravens beat the Broncos to go up 10-9, so that doesn't help you from that front. But actually, yeah, that was a double whammy. That hurts both ways because your second-round pick goes in the opposite direction as well. Broncos absolutely choke again. But for now, the Bears still sit with the number 2 pick. All right, it sucks. It's sad. But FGB lives forever. Type FGB in the comments right now, and please subscribe to the channel. I know this team is frustrating. I know it stinks, but the offseason will be here before we know it. Bye week next week. We'll do some offseason type of videos here. Another mock draft this week. Mock offseason probably. You guys were asking for that video, so I'll probably make that happen. So subscribe, get the FGBs rolling, and we'll see you guys soon.